Hey everyone, so we are back here at Baltimore, and today we are going to be reviewing the Fenix A320 aircrafts, and we're also going to mention the A321 and A319 later on in the video. So stay tuned, let's go ahead and get started. Okay everyone, so let's go ahead and get started with taking a look at the good old flight deck. The first thing you may notice in terms of the detailing is going to be this dirt and grime here on the rudder pedals. And you might also notice some smudges here on the displays. And then you'll also notice the wear and tear on the dials. I mean, it's very, very impressive. And if you look closely enough, you can even see just the overall wear and tear of the actual metal panels here in the actual aircraft. Yeah, it is very, very well modeled, beyond most other planes. Moving on to starting up the aircraft, listen to the sounds for a second. Quite good. You'll notice that the screens are very slowly getting everything on. It has all the self-test indicators. Quite nice to hear those noises. You also get to hear the, the air conditioning or packs in the background. We can go ahead and start at the APU now. Which does take an appropriate amount of time. Just like the real aircraft. We can get this set to nav. It's very, very nice. Just listen to that. The nice clickiness of the sounds there. So let's go ahead and talk about throttles here. This is an Airbus aircraft, as y'all already know, which means you have to deal with the gates here. Now there is a way to calibrate them. You don't have to rely on the bad Microsoft Flight Sim settings. You just come here into the MCDU menu, you go into config, controls, and it'll be here. So this is the first time I've ever thought we needed to talk about the EFB in an aircraft review, particularly here in Microsoft Flight Sim, but that's because this here EFB is frickin' wonderful. I mean, you have your departure performance. You can actually pick up Meta, I believe, through here. I don't actually have anything here, but yeah, I guess I do. It does have full SimBrief integration, which you can use to, send it off to the FMC here. But the biggest thing here is you see this little use external device here. Yeah, that'll give you, that'll tell you how to use this thing on through a web browser, which is wonderful, especially if you have a touchscreen laptop right next to you, like I usually do. And that pulls up this window here. And to be clear, this is very, very nice. I mean, it does give you direct MCDU controls here. Got a nice little home button here, which you can move. This EFB here also has a complete novel graph integration, though I don't really know, to be clear, how great that is. And it would be nice to have a little bit of VATSIM integration as well. Now, for those wondering with the EFB here, how good is the built-in pushback? I mean, in some aircrafts, the built-in pushback is horrendous. Arguably, the PMTG is one of those. It's not great, but at the same time, though, this plane does have a full integration with GSX, and if you choose to go my route here, you can also just use toolbar pushback, link in the description. Taking a look at the cabin here, it is well modeled. They go into the attention to detail of putting the folds on the seats, right? And the carpet's also quite detailed, although it could be better, but at the same time, it's not the star of the show. The carpet in the back is not the star of the show of this aircraft. With that said, though, they do give you a wonderful job at the sort of interior reflections here, and they also give you your seat numbers here, and yeah, they also do give you a fair amount of texturing on the walls here. Once again, very, very nicely done. Moving on here to exterior modeling, it is also very, very nicely done. Now, one of the things I did notice in the Indybuilt A350, which I've not done the review on yet, sort of flatter tires at the bottom. But that does not model this, at least not here in the old sim. We'll get to the new sim in just a moment. But with that said, though, it does model everything else quite nicely. It does model wear and tear once again, very, very nicely. You see full APU and that back here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but how the APU sort of like puts out like steam or whatever, puts out the waves that impact your ability to see it. It absolutely models those quite nicely. And for anyone wondering about the Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 compatibility, it is fully compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. However, the walk-around functionality appears not to be there yet. Although it does model everything quite nicely between the chalks and the cones there. Still very, very nice. And in case y'all are wondering about the textures, I'll let you all judge for yourself. But it looks pretty. I'm pretty happy with those textures. And for those wondering, yes, unfortunately this aircraft is light enough, and unfortunately these engines here are powerful enough at idle to where you are moving the aircraft without your parking brake set. Just something to keep in mind while you're taxiing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take off now. And we're going to go with the flex takeoff, and please listen to the takeoff noises as you wish. I'll try to show it the best I can. Coming into Baltimore, please feel free to listen to these sounds as you wish, and please do not try to judge one.
$500. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard.
Now's the perfect time to talk about liveries for a quick second. Like with the PMTG, you do get a bunch of wonderful liveries here, and they can easily be managed through the Fenix Livery Manager. This is a bit nicer though, and just a bit of a nicer experience here, and you do get liveries from third parties. And in case you're all wondering, yes, unfortunately it is 2 apps for the installer and for the Livery Manager. And then when you open up your sim to fly on these planes, it does also launch a bit of a login thing, just to make sure you're not trying to do anything weird, I guess. Let's go and talk about pricing real quickly here. The first thing you will notice is that it is in pounds. You will be charged in wonderful British pounds. Now, take that as you will. However, you just note you will need to adjust your exchange rate and factor into the overall cost of the plane for any any taxes or any fees from your bank. And then in terms of the pricing, the Fenix A320 base starts at £49.99. The A319 and A321 expansion is £39.99, or you can just buy them all in one purchase for £89.98. Unfortunately, just to save you all on the math, if you decide to purchase the A320 base first and then decide, oh, I want an A321 and an A319, don't worry about it. It's the same. It's the exact same price as if you were to get the bundle. Just two separate purchases versus one. So, is it worth the £50 in addition to all the tariff, bank, and exchange rate annoyances? Well, in my view, it really absolutely is. I mean, it's a nice upgrade from the existing A320 Neo in the sim. Right, now I will note this is a non-Neo plane. However, they do claim to be working on some Neo planes. However, the real star of the show here is really being able to use an EFB that actually directly interacts with the sim. That's like the biggest thing I really love about this plane. It's really nice, and I really wish there's like an add-on here for Microsoft Flight Sim that would allow every plane to do that. But yeah, you get a really good plane out of it, and it really is worth every penny. I mean, y'all have seen just how little I've had to say negatively about it in the video. So yeah, and without further ado, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, or if you found it informational, hit the like button. Only if you found it enjoyable or informational. If you did not enjoy it, if you did not find it informational, if you found it to be a complete waste of time, hit the dislike button, please. That tells me that you did not like it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one. I know this is just a quick little reminder here that Fenix did not pay me any money to make this at all. I don't make any money off YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Just a quick little disclaimer here. This review was made before the big Fenix update that they claim to be working on. I'll leave a link in the description for more information on what that update supposedly is going to include. I'll just leave a link here, or you can go take a look at it for yourself over on phoenixsim.com/blog.